1, 2, 3 check. Okay, we're good. Guys, welcome back. Greg Tech New Horizons, Garden of Grind, episode 34. Last time we were able to get somewhat of an automation going, which is getting the copper dust automatically. I'm really proud of that build. Yeah, hi Larvae. Thank you. We can already see that it has 74 copper, and I plan on adding a bunch of more. Or maybe I should just have one barrel and then alternate the recipes. Right? Just to, for example, now I need copper. Sometime in the future I might need tin, and I'll just alternate the recipe. I'll just make a new one like that. I think I need buckets. I need 3 buckets now. What was the pattern? Hi Axie. Grinding is going good. I just started, apparently, and I don't know, I'm just checking out my automatic setup. Not that it's a quest, but I'm confident that I'm going to be speeding up right now in all of my progression because I have automated the acquisition of resources. Stacks of copper. You rarely see that kind of thing in this world. We do have sufficient amount of steam, a bunch of machines. We can start thinking about long-term goals. I'm afraid that this whole thing can blow up, just because it might. I'll be very disappointed as if that's gonna happen at the start of my stream. But it's like a casino. You should risk, otherwise you don't ever win anything. Okay, that's interesting. Where'd you get the? So you also have this mob farm with experience, right? Otherwise, I don't understand how you could have gotten redstone and gold, and most importantly, oh, electrum. Wait, can you just mix those dusts in your hands? Wondering if you can do that. Wait, electrum. Oh, so you already have the steam machines, because last time we spoke you didn't have any machines yet. Well, I don't know, I kind of feel like you're gonna go faster than me in this game. For alloy smelter, I don't know if that's necessary. Do you have that amount of resources that you need all 4 to run at the same time? Oh, 4 steam machines, okay. I thought 4 alloy smelters. I was already thinking that you were kind of like crazy. Yeah, that's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Macerator, compressor, extractor. Yeah, all the machines you need, right. I think I have the same setup here and nothing else but that. I do have, yeah, also 4. No, actually I have 5. I have a compressor, extractor, smelter, forge hammer. You don't have a forge hammer, which is also really important because it allows you to get cheap plates. I would probably even worry about the forge hammer more than I would worry about the useless extractor that you don't really need for anything but some rubber later on. Forge hammer is like one of the first machines you have to make when you can. Yeah, simmering comb is gonna be a pain in the ass. It took me, even though I was lucky with other things, but simmering combs I was really unlucky with. I had like 10 episodes at the very least where I was hunting for simmering combs, constantly going back and forth and rolling my villagers. So I do get 1 copper dust every minute, or so, it seems. It's a good speed. Now I think it's time for some crop managers and eventually the automated farms and the whole fields of those farms. I don't think I want to play for 9 hours straight because that was crazy. My eyes were burning by the end of this thing, and not that I cannot sit for 9 hours straight, it's just that I've always been talking and communicating and explaining what I was doing, and that's kind of hard, especially when you're not really trained, and I'm not. And what's more important is that the video that I am now trying to put out on YouTube has been rendering for about 20 hours for me. Not rendering, but like uploading, and I don't like that kind of dynamics. So I think next time I don't want to cross like a 6-hour boundary or anything. It's too much. I need to be able to learn how to do short but effective steps. Like every episode should be short but effective. So we're gonna start with crop manager today. Who knows? Maybe it's the only thing I will be able to do. Crop manager. First, we need a bunch of because I've been trying really hard to make it not sound like Russian, because that means you not like you failed or anything. Accents are like it's a taste, you know. Some people take pride in their accent, you know. When they start speaking like this, you start to understand that things are really serious right now, you know. And I don't want to embrace that, so I try to, you know, get in between, so that you would think that I'm somebody else, you know, not like a spy or anything. But yeah, I'm not saying my English is anywhere close to like the way Americans or any other dudes that are native sound, but I try to get there. But I know it's probably not possible. And one of the reasons I started this whole thing is to also train my language, and it does get tough, especially in the beginning. I was having a lot of problems because it was hard for me to speak and do things at the same time. in a language that I have never really communicated before. Well, I did have some I did have some experience, but that wasn't even close to what I'm having now. So now all my theory that I've learned over the years sort of comes to practice, and a bunch of things that I don't know, and I hope I'll be able to fix it. Yeah, it's cool, you know. And what I also like is that there have never been any haters that would just get onto my stream and say that I should shut up or anything, because of, I don't know, I would be so mad if they told me that, because like it's my space, I'm trying to do things here, you know. Of course, the language is not perfect and far from perfect. Yeah, I wasn't able to study English at school as well, because, well, the situation here is quite simple. It's not a priority in schools in my country to study English, to teach English. Some schools do, but mine didn't. And so I started a long time ago on my own with some books and um, some artists that I liked, and I try to replicate them and stuff. So what I'm having now is probably I'm a product of so many things and people that I've heard over the years on the internet, of course. But now I'm at a point where I'm like self-sufficient in what I do. It's like I know what I should say, but it doesn't really always come out the way I want it. Sometimes I trip over my own words. Sometimes I mispronounce things, like turbine, turbine, that kind of stupidity. Sometimes it happens. So there's a lot of training. Yeah, I feel you. But I gotta tell you, as long as you have yourself, and as long as you're interested and invested in getting better, I think you don't really need teachers. You can do things on your own, but you have to understand that the more you criticize yourself and the more you doubt yourself in your own skills, the better you become. Because if you get cocky early on while learning a new language, it can do a bad thing for you. You can start thinking like, okay, I know everything, I can do everything, and then you stop growing, almost like in Minecraft. So it is always important to have a healthy degree of self doubt whenever you aspire for new things. But you should never overdo it, because that might turn you into a coward or something. I like that today's world gives people like us opportunities to try out different things, to be heard by people from different countries that actually speak English their whole lives, that we can be judged by them. Even mostly it's like a silent kind of judging, but at the same time we're out there, you know. It's not like we're playing in a simulation where, yeah, Lara's about to to execute us. As an expert on English. Oh my god. I'm gonna get my head on the block now. You can start cutting. Be hitting me. Yeah, if I understood you correctly, you're saying that those guys that had English as their primarily language, they speak worse than those that studied it as a second language, right? And if that's the case, if that's what you're talking about, I totally understand you. It's because you don't really generate that much interest for your own language as a as a general rule, you know, you just live by it, you know, you breathe it, you know, and you don't need to read thousands of books to get into this situation, you know. Yeah, I wouldn't say my Russian is worse than my English because it's my native language and I've always used it and I still use it every day. And yeah, I agree. Yes, and yeah, and the main thing, Larry, is this is they don't care. You know, I should have, you know, like I should have asked you. Like nobody cares about those mistakes or the they're there, right, with the apostrophe and now with and like a pronoun. So nobody cares. And we, the learners from the outside of the world, we do care about that because to us it's like a measure. Yeah, yeah. To us it's like a measurement, or I don't know. We're afraid to be heard making such mistakes, but we do have other mistake. We have other mistakes. For example, one of the worst things that I still can't fight to this day. I cannot conquer that. It's the fact that sometimes I don't know where to use the articles, and that's a problem for every teacher of English in my country. Nobody knows the articles, but you guys that are born in the English speaking countries, you guys just know that by nature. You know, you never even think about using the articles because they sort of like come and go with the words that you're using, right? So you always know whenever the situation is presented in front of you, you always know what article to use without even trying to sort of like separate the. Yeah, they don't know it, but they always use it correctly. And whereas, for example, I sometimes think like whether I should have used a or the. Did I mean a thing that I see for the first time, or is it like a general knowledge and I should have used the because everybody knows about this thing? So those kind of situations. As far as I remember from my university years, there's like 50 plus cases of articles in the English language, and knowing them all is a Oxford type type thing. You know, it's most of the people don't know that. They might not know the theory behind that. I mean, the native speakers, but they do know when and how to use those things. For example, you would never even think about using or not using the articles with, I don't know, mountains and stuff, or the ships, or anything else. You just do it. And we have to think, because there are some cases where you have to use the article, and sometimes there are cases when you don't have to use the article. And it is all very, what's this, subjective, or I don't know. It depends on different. Sometimes it's just a thing, you know, you have to know that. And you guys know that because you've heard about it all for many times, and you never even think about it. So there's that. But I'm also proud. I don't know if all the other guys that studied English can say that, but I'm proud that I know my own language, because it's a lot harder than English. It's way harder than English. And if you take a person that doesn't know either of those languages and you make him learn both, he's gonna learn English 4 times as fast, I think. And to be born with that language, with that crazy hard language, is actually a privilege. But at the same time, it's a privilege not many people need. That not many people really understand that, because nobody really goes to our country or anything. So we're kind of in our own spot. Oh, here goes the bots, right? I'm not sure if it's a bot. It already has 8 messages. Hi, Jack. We're gonna test if you're a bot. I'm good. How are you doing? Oh, how you doing? right? Alright, so I've been talking instead of playing. General mistake of a Gregor that goes on Twitch. We are going to need 4 LV circuits. Oh, pardon me. 5 LV circuits. Wow. 5 LV circuits. Yep, okay. I don't know what, Larvae, I suppose all the people that watch me sort of lurk, which means you do your own thing, but you leave me sort of on the background, maybe even without the sound on. I don't know. Is that what you call lurking? Like not being actively active on, like in the chat, watching my game? Yeah, I think most of the guys. I think I expect you to be lurking, because I don't think I would want you guys to sit here and watch me play like for 9 hours straight without even like always chatting and stuff, because I think that's weird. You of course are going to be doing your own thing. That's what a healthy kind of interest would look like. Okay. So are we ready to push for 1, 2, 3, 5 of these circuits? What are we getting from that? Oh, maybe that's not worth it. What are the other options? And there's like a centrifuge, some chemical things. There's the rubber. Better recipe for rubber. There are a bunch of chemical chains that get us a lot of different things as a reward, like an obsidian tank. There's also a arc furnace, which needs a lot of electricity, but also allows us for, if I remember correctly, it's cheap wrought iron. Right? Oh, it needs oxygen to work. Forget about it. But it's also annealed copper. It's cool stuff. Maybe we should open the Twilight thing. That's supposed to be... I surely remember there was a quest for the Twilight World, Twilight Forest, or whatever that is. And then by the time we reach MV, we have to think about the energy we're... Do we use biofuel? Do we go with charcoal route? There's like seed oil, fish oil kind of thing. Or maybe we stay with solars, as I've always been doing. It's like I'm so familiar with this struggle to get more solar panels and then just chilling by not having to do anything. No clogs, no automation, nothing, no problems. Just free energy. But you have to work for it. And sometimes it's really bad. So the first GregTech solar panels we get at HV, I think, because they are always 2 tiers higher than what we have. Eight-volt solar panel and LV solar panel. Actually, it needs an MV circuit. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong recipe here. There's a solar factory, which I am going to admire, I think. It's the best thing ever that they created in this world. Supports laser energy hatches. There are parallels and 25% more outputs for every wafer tier used above the minimum required. But that's gonna fall off pretty fast, I think. Because later on, I mean, if you make a solar factory, you're kind of obliged to add other tiers to your solar panels, so GT ones, because the higher tier now is UV, and I think that sucks. I think they can add tiers up to UHV at the very least, and then you can probably just spam like 3 stacks of those things and forget about the energy up until the Dyson sphere, you know. Because right now you get to the AV UV solar panels, and then you kind of stuck with a gap where you have to use other sources of energy before you get to Dyson, and I think the primarily source is going to be NAC fuel for us. Yeah, there are superconductor MV wires. What? They changed the... Oh my god, they changed the pictures of those solar panels. The way they look. Oh, they look so bad. Why didn't they add more? That's crazy. Oh, and what you're saying... You know what they're saying? They're saying that now you never build those solar panels in a Variscia crafting table, which means you don't need the... Now you don't need this crazy recipe for the table, which required like wafers from Galacticraft plus some kind of robot hands or something. All you need is EV tier circuits, 2 solar panels, advanced assembly machine, and 4 steel. Oh, and there's like oh my god. Well, I'm looking at it now because I think we will have to do it, because I want to rely on solars. Since we're like in the garden of grind, I want to continue sucking things out of nothing. I don't know. UV solar. Oh, but there's one thing that I didn't think about, is that I'm not in a personal dim. It means that during the day or during the night, the thing's gonna fade in energy. So me not being able to control it all the time means that I will have energy droppings. Oh, here you go. We've got the first cobblestone sphere in our farm. You can congratulate me on that. This is just sucks. I don't know what to do. Apparently this just happens. How do I get rid of that? I need to get inside and fix the thing. Oh my god, there are so many mobs there. I think to get into peaceful. Yeah, and precarious high. I didn't see your message. Sorry. We're not rich. We were trying to get rich, but this thing happened. I might as well try to load a backup, but I'm not sure how long we can delay that from happening. Well, the backup was a minute ago. It's useless. Even though it was just running for half an hour, maybe it's worth it to just kind of do a backup to an earlier state. Let's go get the resources and clean this mess up. And before I start the crafting of circuits and stuff, I want to add a lot of work tables, and I want to insert the recipes in the work tables. Like I want to have like 6 or 7 or even 8 work tables, each for its own set of items. I think I'm going to use dirt to clean this mess, and yes, let's get into peaceful, because otherwise we won't be able to do it. And it's not because I'm afraid of those rats, it's because I'm afraid of the mobs that are gonna be there. I would never be able to clean it, even with like a nano suit or anything. So using a peaceful mode is the only option here. Otherwise it's like a one-time use farm. The biggest thing I'm afraid of is the inside of the farm. Well, apparently the glass wasn't broken, so we do have a chance of salvaging it. We just need to get an entrance in here. So this is this part of the sphere. Is there a way to place a torch underwater and make it stay there? I was able to do that once, but that was like a bugged interaction, I think. Is this a good spot? Yeah, it's not Greg if I don't have an episode where I have to do this instead of real things. So guys, did you watch that dude yesterday I rated you to? Anybody? Was he actually speedrunning up to a certain point, or was it like a whole Great Tech New Horizons? Because I know it's not possible. He did have Coke Oven already, so I was wondering what he sped run to. Oh, we should always be on the lookout for the second set of golden. Oh, I mean, diamond spikes. All we need is to catch another diamond block from one of those bastards, or get diamonds. Or even the treasure bags with gold coins would be enough. I'm gonna die if I if I ever fall in there. So let's be very cautious here. I think I cleared the spot. So if I press F7, I do see everything. Now we just have to light up the area in here, and on top of this, the remainders of that geode. Okay, I think we're good now. We can get down and enable the difficulty. We've got 4 iron chest plates. Go macerate those things. 3 iron. I don't think I need an RC tank for experience, considering that we spend it all immediately on site. Not a single treasure bag. I'm wondering, because I've got 2 diamond spikes now. Somebody told me that those can get you the Thaumcraft drops, and I even took their word for it, and I told other people that it was possible. But apparently it's not the case, because I don't see I haven't seen a single treasure bag yet. It means that none of those Thaumcraft mobs dropped on a diamond spike. I guess we should move on to the forestry work tables. Just slowly set up an infrastructure for batch crafting. So I have a hunch we're gonna need it later. We just need bookshelves, iron screws, and crafting tables with chests. Let's say we need 8 more work tables. Do we even have that amount of... We've got 7 bookshelves. What? Why is it always like that? Alright. 7 is okay as well. Then we're gonna need a lot of screws. We do have the bolts already. 16 bolts. Oh. Oh. There's an assembly recipe for a work table, and it's just a book, a crafting table, and a chest. No screws, nothing. Oh my god, I'm breathing the new air. I don't know. It's so refreshing to know that I have an assembler, and the craft is so much cheaper. I cannot understand. I cannot fathom how lucky and just overall good I am with all this. And what do you know? I had 7 bookshelves, but I was prepared to build 8 work tables, but I had 7 bookshelves, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna dumb it down to 7. And then when I realized that I don't need the bookshelves but books, I thought like, okay, I'm gonna have books, and what do you know? I have 7 books, also the same amount of books, so it's never the 8. What was used? The book, the crafting table, the chest. Where the rest of the crafting tables? Here they are. I want to rearrange this situation here. And I don't think we have enough steel for one crop, for even a single crop manager. We should do something about steel. Maybe we should invest into 3 more brick blast furnaces. Maybe even, I don't know, some kind of field of, what do you call these things? Things like sugar canes. Also, I think I should get the chemical reactor. It's not expensive, and it's gonna give me fertilized soil, which I think is great for... No, actually, it's not going to be a priority now. So the work tables are done. Now I need to somehow mark them with what they're gonna do, what they're gonna be used for. All of them should be put into inventories. kind of setting. I'm going to try to fill them up as I go with the crafts and save those crafts. But generally speaking, I have torches. Suddenly I am running low on torches. Wow, I'm gonna grab some from the chest there. No. Even though the mob farm sometimes hiccups, I still have a lot of iron from it, so if anyone thinks that it's not reliable, you just have to sometimes deal with the consequences. Alright, so I want to use that kind of, that work table for every possible tool that I need to have in other work tables. So here, I must have iron plates, screws, rods, all that kind of stuff in bulk. The second work table I want to use to get to craft those things. Actually, wait. These days I'm getting screws from my lathe. Or maybe I should just get the toolbox. No? I don't see the toolbox quest. Oh my god, it's after the UBF. So I get the soldering alloy. That's where I'm getting my... Yes, that's where I'm getting my batteries. Also a thing to think about. Actually, it's pretty easy to make. Maybe we should go with that first. Get the soldering alloy. Oh yeah, now we can actually start thumb now. Maybe that's what what we need to do. Wait a second. Diamond. Oh yeah, wait. We do have a diamond plate. We got a lot of those. And we can just lathe that into a diamond lens. Super cheap recipe, and I completely forgot about that. Wow. Guys, we're getting a thermometer or whatever that is. We just need a shot of each type. Let's pray that we have those. Because I remember I think I'm going to need to get a Pech first. Let's also think about a golden lasso. For that we need 4 gold, fine gold wire, and then an ender pearl. Also very cheap. 1 ingot of gold, 1 ender pearl. As soon as we finish lathing that. Good. One thing I did not realize is that you would say Kingdom High. One thing I didn't realize is that my farm up here is not in a magical biome, and I should have seen that coming. I should have thought about that, and I didn't. It's in a temperate river biome, and it's really bad. Oh, what's a copper drop? Yeah, he's here. He's prowling these spaces quite often. There's nothing you can do about it. Just don't look at him and... Oh no, copper tools, I don't think... And armor, I don't think that's a case here. It's not Terraria. Maybe there are, but I know there are copper tools, but they're not good, as far as I know. In Grectech, you go from iron to steel, basically. So a thumb is not a thing for us. There are obsidian tools, but not the heads of the tools, but the handles of the tools. Those can be made out of obsidian to make them more durable. That I know. So let's grab a golden lasso and maybe risk getting killed by trying to figure out if we can get a Pech to spawn in one of those spots. Well, I don't think making netherite armor in this Minecraft is a goal, because I'm playing a mod pack that does not respect the rules of Minecraft, of classic Minecraft. So I'm probably going to yes, I have cobblestone. Now it is. Okay. I will most certainly listen to you and do what you asked. But netherite is going to be about 3 months from now, if I ever get to that point ever. It does not depend on me. So what we're gonna do is just wait. What we're gonna do is just get patches here. We need to get up there and basically spawn them, because I need patch for. Wait, maybe I don't. I think I do need the guy, because I don't have all the possible shards. I think I've lost some of those shards along the way, so I need a patch to get the new ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have the order shard. Yeah, I don't have the order shard, and there is no way of getting that anywhere but from a patch. There is a way of transmuting balance shard into an order shard, but I'm not sure I can get the aspects in the correct order. I could have salvaged a bunch of earth shards into that, but not a thing, apparently. So let's go grab some more blocks, if we can find them. And for example, yes, this sand here, it's gonna do just fine. And what is Hunter Moon? I shouldn't have destroyed the water. Instead, we need to rebuild this the walls somehow. If we can rebuild the walls, we will be able to jumpstart the farm again. All I need is a few lucky pitches spawns. We don't need much from this. No, I think you're under drugs or something like that, because there are no people. There are no people in this game. That's what I'm saying. You didn't see. I think you saw something. I don't know. I don't know what you saw. There are no people. Or what are you talking about? What mod? Ah, can you be a mod? That you saw people. Ah, I mean in chat. I thought you were talking about like a mod in the Minecraft. Like there's a person because of a mod. No. I don't know. Why would you be a mod? Because I'm not giving any mod privileges to anyone now that I have not so many people in here. Sometimes when they're like bots, I just, you know, deal with them on my own. I'll start thinking about getting who would want to mod for me? First of all, don't you have your own life? Sure, watch the stream, yeah, have fun, but modding for me, like, why would you want to do that to yourself? Modding for a dude with 6 viewers. It's an interesting choice, I have to say. Okay, let's test the thing. please work? Oh. This is not going to work because I completely forgot that I destroyed all the glass. Yeah, but what did you just do? Yeah, surely you weren't begging, but you also asked for that. I don't know why people want that to become a mod or anything. I'm obviously owner of USA Kingdom. You're talking to the United States of Russia. So if I block... I don't know how to react to that. I mean, from... I don't know. It's kind of messy. That I don't really understand the mood of your messages. Fix your chat. Oh, guys, you're both red, and I thought like this was the only person. I thought it was the only, but actually there are two of you, and both of you are red, and I thought that was the same person. Sorry if I mixed you up or anything, guys. Actually, there are you multiply. Guys, don't do it. We're all friendly here. We're all citizens of the world. Don't forget about that. Citizens of the world above all, right? Guys, can I fix my own life, please? I can also fix myself. You're seeking. Dude's clearly trolling. Oh my god. How'd you get the... Oh no, his nickname is not a bug. I asked. It's not about bugs. It's just the sounds, you know. I think. Actually, I like his nickname a lot. I also I would want to be called like a larva, you know. In a stream with 4 people, you guys found a way to fight. He's serious. I mean, I get when there's like a XQC or anything with thousands of viewers and you just type some shit to each other here. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Well, to be honest, Larvae, not that I'm defending the USA Kingdom, dude, but if we dive deep into the English language, we kind of realize that the ending letters of the word larvae, as in a bug, yes, they sound like E sound, almost like the end of your nickname, which is also like larvae, right? Unless you say larvae, which you shouldn't, to be honest. Well, yeah, if we're considering the fact that larvae, like with A and E sound, is a long E sound, and I usually does the short E sound, which is more like larvae, right? That's what you're talking about. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Yes. larva is an A sound, but a lot of larvae, like the plural of larvas, is actually larvae. You know. So whenever somebody sees your name, sees your nickname, they always begin to think about larvae, because let me show you the this kind of thing. It is automatically pronounced as larv-e, you know, according to the rules of the English language. Same thing. Same goes for. There are other words like that. I just don't remember them. Yeah, I forgot those. But I understand what you're saying. It's like your I sound, I letter at the end makes it sound like e, sound like larvae. No. Well, basically, I think out of all of us, you know the best about all this. But I'm just saying that the ending of larvae, plural of larva, is actually pronounced through an e sound. Well, you said it yourself that some natives don't know a lot of things about the language, and who knows? Maybe you don't know that, but I don't know, because I'm probably not the only. I am not the only person that confused you with the you know, like the bug kind of situation. Your nickname. Here's the second guy, and I bet there were many others. Ah, the silence. No, I was just. Well, the silence. Since I started the debate, here's your word, larvae. Use the platform. Speak your mind, because the silence is actually me awaiting for your answer. On the larvae ending of the word, the sounds. Of course, I'm in no shape to anyhow beat you in this debate, because apparently you're the owner of the language. But I would love to stand my ground on the ending of the plural of larvas. You know, it's actually larvae, which sounds exactly like your nickname if you intended it to sound like that. But of course, I might be misunderstanding you, and then there can never be an actual debate, because I just didn't understand you correctly. That's what it is all about. I was just trying to be fair, you know. Um, you're the only person over a decade of having my name to allude to the bug. How do I tell you? Well, let me tell you. You do pronounce your nickname like larvae, right, with an e sound at the end of the word. If that's true, then I don't know what is there not to allude, since plural of larva is also pronounced like larvae. Ah, so you're saying larvae? That's what you're saying? Oh, if we're considering accents, it's like a different dance. Yeah, I understand now. No, you'll say you're not ignored. I'm actually sort of like fighting your battle right now while you're lagging away. But yeah, since Larvae told us that in his accent, there's more like an I sound, larvae, I'm not sure. Then of course there's nothing to discuss. It's his way of interpreting the thing, and I had it right. Yeah, I'm probably I probably can't actually pronounce it the way you pronounce it because well our mouths built differently, you know. Well, there might be many different situations why that can happen. First is that nobody ever tried to compare your nickname to anything. Like, what would you compare my nickname to? Like basil, what, like some salad or something, whatever that is. The thing you put into a salad, like a, I don't know what you call like a plant, because this is just a name, but at the same time it's a plant. Yeah. That's the thing. And actually, I think you're saying that not basil but basil, right? Because MC term, which is also from places where you are from. He pronounces it like basil. Yeah, and I'm fine with this association, even though basically it's just my name. It's nothing more than a name, but yeah. I'm not a fan of people that would want to pronounce my nickname as Basil because I tend to lean toward the American pronunciation of most of my words. Well, I try to, and to me, it's you know why Coca-Cola is called Coca-Cola? Axie. Actually, even the Axie has this AE at the end, which suggests the E sound. We don't pronounce him like Axe or whatever, yes, or Axe. It's supposed to be Axie. What if he also intended to make it like Ixie, because the first AE letters also suggest like the E sound, right? Are you Ixie? So basically you're an X, right? Cocoa leaves and cola nuts. Oh, I heard the story about the cocaine. What? I got the mop soul? What can I do with it? It's the first time in my life I got the mop soul. So since we finished the debate with the nicknames, guys, I hope none of you has any hard feelings or whatever. If I didn't want to cause any distress or anything. Certainly, I didn't want to prove people wrong about their own names. It's just that I was also trying to figure out whether I know my theory in the language, because it's important for me. It's my profession at the end of the day. So it was interesting to know that different people interpret things differently. Now I'm trying to wait for the Pech to drop, which is not going to happen. There are a bunch of spiders in there. I had better luck building my farm above this. Why did it do that? I'm so stupid. I should have built my farm right above this one. But instead it shows a different spot that doesn't have the same kind of biome. And now I'm stuck waiting for things to happen in here. Which is totally wrong. What do I do, guys? What do I do? How do I get a Pech? Okay. Enjoy your meal. Why am I only seeing spiders? Should I run around to aggro the rest of the boys? Is there any other way of getting shards? No, actually, I actually need Peches. Oh. I think we should do it the good old way. We're just waiting out for mobs to spawn in a thing. And then coming back to resolve the situation by grabbing a Pech out of there and killing the rest of the boys. Hoping that no creepers meddle in the situation at all. Let's also cover all that. Alright, we've got some mobs, but only 3 of them. Should probably deal with them now. Do I have to rebuild my farm now? Actually, I couldn't have made it in the same biome because if I were to, I had to move it like at least three chunks away from here. So this spot may not even be that. Oh, we got the spawn of a bunch of dudes. I hope at least some of them show any signs of being a Pech. I have an idea. If we do get a Pech in there, we can just run in and grab him with a lasso and die, and it's not gonna matter. We're just gonna come back and grab the lasso and the other items and get the guy out of there, right? In a safer spot. So all I need is to spawn them. There's still one more creeper in here I need to worry about, and there's a witch, and there's a, what is this, gravel one? Which I shouldn't have let. I need more blocks for this. Actually, it doesn't matter, I can use heads. So this strategy is quite clear, though. All we need is to find a Pech and grab the guy. And the rest is history. Is the witch invisible or something? I'm not seeing the... Okay. We're almost dead. I'm still able to eat this thing. It's just slower and slower over time. Cool. Yeah, that's it. Huh. So let's get as far away as possible and wait for some more spawns. Of course, it's a poisoning mob. Oh, actually, the thing with patches is that they don't spawn that high, as far as I remember. They need the lower levels, so we would have never gotten patches anyway. It's only if my math is correct. Which it should be. So I had patches about every 30 mobs. Oh, they also spawn in there. What do we have? Those are just a creeper. Can I suffocate them? Now we're good. And there are no guarantees that this patch I'm gonna have is the one that sells the shards. So, but I will have to trap all four types of patches that are there in the world of Minecraft. What's that? Just the concussion creepers and nothing else. And a huge rain. Alright, we got a lot of mobs. But we do need to prepare for the fight. Thus, I think we shouldn't have done that. There's some spider eyes I can eat. Also, we need to see if we can regenerate some health. I think we can. All we need to do is get 6 cobblestone, and then we can get a furnace. And with the furnace, we'll be able to cook. We'll be able to cook raw cod. All we need is to restore half a heart to start mining. I might as well just jump. We can't jump. No regeneration for me, but I need to know what's inside. I can't know what's inside. How do I go down? I think death is the only choice here. Unless we can find some water. There is water. Can it bring us down? Not like that. Alright, we're back into our base. Let's have some food. And think of, yeah, we should get a few more blocks too. Do a flip? What's a flip? There's a zombie villager though, but not a not a bitch though. Solario, what do you think about patches? Do they only spawn on lower levels of the world, like Y15, Y20, since they're like cave dwellers, I suppose, in GTNH? Because I was like contemplating my decision making while building that farm that's on the Y150 or even 60. Now I'm thinking that I shouldn't have built it there because it's not in a magical biome and therefore I cannot get patches from there. But then I tried to defend myself by thinking that maybe those patches wouldn't have been able to spawn there, even if we're smart enough to build them in a magical biome, because it's not that height at which they spawn. Maybe there's like a possibility to get a shard from a trade. No? There's a red cap sapper in the Twilight Forest. I could have probably tortured those guys. And they actually drop diamonds as well. Hard player only. Yeah, I could have probably built a farm just to kill those guys. No? A very interesting episode today. I don't even know what to call it as soon as it's on YouTube. I'm basically doing nothing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm waiting for Pech because I found a way to... I realized that I can make the thermometer once I have all the shards, but I don't have all the shards. I miss the order shard, and there are ways of making it. One of those ways is by water crystal powder. One of the ways is by using a transmutation recipe on through a balanced shard, but I don't know what gives 2 order and 1 permutatio aspect in order to... I think I tried and I did not succeed. Your magic progression just gives all the shards away. Maybe I can get that. Novice thaumaturgy. Your magic progression. Where's this quest? Your magic progression. Oh. There's a possibility once I get 8 aluminum ingots to get all the shards we need. Those dudes drop from kobolds or slime beetles. Or an EBF. Okay, Okay, got a bunch of dudes in there. We have to listen to the sounds of that chamber and see and hear if there's anything worthy of lassoing. There's a dirt creeper. Maybe I should destroy it to get the dirt. Can we? I think that's worth it, because I need dirt. I didn't get much, but it's something. There's a witch with a huge cat and a charge creeper. What? Are we dead? Okay, I don't think we are. Oh, we are. That's fun. Nothing's more refreshing than dying a couple of times to an old farm that's no longer working, and you have to squeeze the last bits out of that udder because you apparently need to progress further. We do need patches, so we have to find a way to make it work again. I should probably get my spectral glass back and just revive the farm. We won't have the same type of thing here. I mean, the spikes aren't there anymore. So we've only got two. We could get 2 more golden spikes and just... I think I'll be able to kill the mobs without the golden spikes, and that's... So I'll be just cycling through them pretty fast. And if there's a Pech, I'll be able to catch it. If there isn't one, I'll just keep doing it. All we need is some spectral glass. And that's about it. Alright. We need about a stack of spectral glass. I'll make 1 layer, not gonna make 2. I'll make 1 layer, it'll be enough. And then they're gonna fall into water and into the chute. And there I'll be killing them. So it's the same thing. Because I remember I was getting a lot of Petches. This time the ratio is not gonna be as good, because the farm's gonna be slower because of the 1 layer of spectral glass, because I don't want to spend 2 hours farming for specters or ectoplasm. Actually, I think that's the name of that thing. So we'll have however many layers we can. The rest is probably going to be... Oh, it's 53 already. Actually, I have a lot of spectral glass. All we need is just glass. Maybe we don't even need anything. We can just go this way. Let's try to work with it. We also need to check whether we have any diamonds in our system, or whether it's still working, and how many copper dusts it has. 24, considering most of the time was spent down there and there were no spawns in here. Yeah, not even a single item. The game doesn't understand that we're here now. Now it does. Alright, so let's get down there. Get the spectral glass going, get the 4, we need 4 water for that as well. I need to get my buckets. We also have the still cooking, so it's all good. We're not wasting any time. There's so many mobs in there. Plus 10 steel, nice. Let's keep putting iron in there. Oh, and I forgot about the water. Let's go grab some from there. Oh, and let's grab the crafting table that we left there last time before we died. It's also important. Let's also get rid of this crazy sand that I had to put there to kill the 2 mobs. And let's put that kind of thing in here. Actually, I think the build is incorrect. I think I'm supposed to have these first and then the slabs. No? Is it the same? But if I go slabs first and then the cobblestone, it's the same thing. Okay, I'm stupid. I think we need 2 slabs in here. But all of that can wait. The most important thing is to jumpstart the farm. Here's where the water is gonna be. Let's put some light in here for now. Nice. We'll see. Maybe 1 layer is enough. I think it's supposed to be enough. Well, there's some spots that are not, but the mobs are just not gonna spawn there, and those that spawn in the other blocks, they're just gonna fall through them. I think our system is good. Now we need to add some water, some H2O in here. There's a good way of getting that. And that was a really bad thing. Just throw a bucket into, and now I can't get out. Nice. what? I hate the game. Please. Alright, seemingly we're out. We can add water now. Where's the fourth bucket? Why do I only have 3 buckets? Where's the fourth one? There's supposed to be a fourth one. I had 4 buckets. That's stupid. But doesn't matter. So those are the... There's a thing though. We need signs. We do have 2 signs that should not be here. So mobs will fall into that pit. Yeah, I think that's enough. They're gonna go here and yeah, I think that's gonna be fine. We don't need to worry about the 4 signs. We can go make do with 2. I think that's going to work. But signs are done through planks that are sawn into oak planks, the oak slabs. Maybe we can... Oh, we don't have a saw. Okay, I think we're good. Then we can start getting some mobs once we're down there. Down in this situation, right? We should get some mobs. Yes. But why is the ratio so bad? It's either nothing or I get like 20 of those at the same time. So I'm waiting for the burst of mobs. Did it just mess up somewhere? No. It's all red. It means it's supposed to cause a reaction. We need to craft the signs. I'm also thinking I should just add cherry blossom groves here. Oh, there are some planks in the saw. Let's see if we can get 2 signs somehow. All we need is a stick. We do have sticks. How convenient. Now we got the signs. Alright, there are mobs now. Good. But I don't know. I think most of them die to a fall. I don't think that's effective. This dude's burning. Actually, now I know why Endermen spawn. I would always be like, why do they spawn if I have like a space between the layers of spectral glass? But then I don't realize that mobs don't count them as layers. They don't count them as blocks. Therefore, if it doesn't matter, it's not even a ceiling for them. You know, that's why Endermen are. It is possible for Endermen to spawn. I wasn't even thinking about any of that. Oh, the torch. There was a torch. That's why things weren't spawning in there. There was a torch in the chute. But I think it wasn't the case, actually. I don't think it was a case. It was the case because torch was in the chute, but the spawning happened in on a spectral glass, which was like 10 blocks higher at least. Maybe even 15 blocks higher than that chute. And that light source. There's another fix that I'm thinking about now. We just have to count the amount of blocks. It needs to be 24. 2, 3, 4, 5. The height. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15. Yeah, we need to get the layer higher. And then it's going to work. Like way higher. Then it's gonna register that we were way. the worst episode ever. I'm having all the power in the world and I'm just wasting it on some bullshit. Like fixing a farm that I already destroyed because it needed patches. I would just want to, you know, not ever make this VOD see the light of day, because I think it's embarrassment, because people would think that I'm gonna do something useful, having all the resources now, all the copper and stuff, new machines, and nah, let's go fix the farm, let's go get the patches and spend 2 hours talking about the language. It's embarrassing. Okay, now let's wait. That's supposed to work now. We used to stand here, and the mobs will just fall on our heads. Tons of patches, hundreds of patches. All of them had these beans that I could die from. I'm afraid that they're gonna fall and die off of this harsh landing. But we'll see. Maybe the patches are tough enough to survive it. Why wasn't it dying? What the hell? Did you see that? The mob wasn't dying. I was like getting my first set of mobs in there, and I just died. Immediately. Embarrassing. I hate the game. But the game doesn't matter. What was that? Oh, right, there's a mob pulling me because he sees me. Let's, oh, there's a Pech. I can hear Pech, but I cannot hear my own grave. Yeah, here it is. I need to get the lasso ASAP. But I cannot do that unless I put all my gloves on first. There's a Pech, dudes. Dudes, there are Pech. I can hear it. Where's my lasso? But it's so dangerous in there. You can't believe it. It's like the dudes are looking at me and trying to pull me and stuff. Use magic on my ass. I'm afraid if I start killing it. Oh, it's just. Oh, Pech Stalker. I'm just kidding the guy. What? I can't use lasso on a Pech? Really? What do we do now? No. We need to let the Pech go and somehow seal this thing shut afterwards. Can you go like this? Oh, maybe we can use lasso on everybody else and just throw them away from there. What do we use lasso for? Cows and sheep around using weed. Passive mob with the golden lasso. So Pech is not a passive mob. It's one more confirmed one more time. Let's go. No. Oh my god. Was the Pech killed? I think I killed the Pech. So at least now we know that lasso is not working. It means that it's not... Oh, the Pech is still alive. All we need to do is just deal with the drowned creeper. Also, I'm gonna die soon from So, soul vial then, right? Fused quartz plus solarium round. We cannot transport mobs then. The only way is through some kind of like a cart action. But it is possible to get a name tag and just place him somewhere. I think I should have gotten a name tag first to prevent the despawn. I don't know how to fight the dudes. There are like 20 of them. There is a Pech, but I cannot anyhow. I'm gonna die this way. Oh, how do we get it out of there? Is he even alive now? I need to get a bow and shoot all those dudes myself. And I need to come back with a name tag. That's for sure. And I need to then lead them away somehow. We don't really have the means for that. Oh, we do have a bow. Don't care about the witch. I do care about that witch with vengeance. They started fighting each other. Okay, I'm dead. Pech is probably despawned. We have to think about a way to craft name tag for our future endeavors. This is a simple recipe including glue, which is not simple. Oh my god, glue again. All we needed was a centrifuge, and instead we opted for the worst recipe ever, which was fluid extractor. Stupid. So, no name tags for us. The Pech is still here. But I can't do anything. Away from low HP again, and I died again. I'm gonna bang the table right now. It is so stupid. Wow. I mean, I'm definitely doing something that's wrong. Wait a second. But I need this thing. Do I bring back all the freaking spikes and then I can get the Pech out? And not only I need to get the Pech out of the system, I also need to bring it up there, or at the very least get the name tag. In order to get the name tag, I must get glue. I cannot get glue because, well, I can. Would I have a ball of glue? But that is nothing. Sticky glue bucket. Oh my god. Distillery. I think we should chill. Literally chill. Just press peaceful, grab all our items from this stupid farm. Just chilling now. We should get the centrifuge going, get the glue, get the name tags, and that's when we're ready for patches. Can I get an egg with a horse? I don't think so, but we'll try. There's a blaze, ghast, silverfish, cave spider, enderman witch. Hydra, mushroom, lich, naga. There used to be a quest to get horse. Spawn a horse. Yes, said it's a quicker way to get around. Probably in a getting around tab. Yeah, we can get a horse actually. That's a good thing. Let's go get back to our base and see if we can get a horse. I have an idea how to get a lot of glue without building centrifuge. It does require a golden lasso, which we have, so perhaps not so useless. I'm just gonna kill the horse almost entirely by putting it into a smeltery, thus getting glue. And then when the horse is almost dead, I'm gonna reposition it with a golden lasso and feed it up until it's full HP again. I think it's genius. Saddle. There are saddles somewhere. Plus a slime ball with some strings. And an oak fence. 3 sticks. Saddle. I had saddles. I remember having them, so I'm just gonna go down, get the horse. The rest of that I have. What else do I need? So I got the horse egg. First of all, let's see if repositioning with the golden lasso works on horses, because if it, well, maybe I should probably test it already by putting a horse inside the Tinker Smeltery, because if it doesn't work, then at least it's gonna die giving us glue, because I don't want to spend half an hour luring it inside of it. Okay. I don't know if it gives any glue. All right, I got it. It's here now. Don't worry, this all comes back. Was it just blood? Yeah. Oh, and some glue, but not a lot. It's just 224. Maybe that was the remainder. Perhaps it was. So what do we do with the horse? It needs to regenerate now. Do we just feed carrots? No? What? Wheat? What do horses eat? Huh. Huh. Definitely not fish. I think this is just wheat. It does regenerate, but slowly. Potatoes, maybe? I think it's wheat. Let's go feed the horse. I probably have enough glue for the first name tag. But how do I bring Pech? Well, I don't need to bring it anywhere. I can just leave it here somewhere in a safe place in the middle of my old base. And every time I need some trades, I'm just gonna come back down and trade with them. Sooner or later, I'll get the elevator, so this whole climbing back and down thing is not gonna be a problem. I'll get the elevator as soon as I can get aluminum, which is upon entering Twilight. Right now, what I'm interested in is somehow getting a Pech to trade me all the shards, get the thermometer, and then start duping the ingots, the nuggets. Because I think there's truth behind that. Okay, what I need is to get some wheat for the horse. See if that can eat it. Yeah, wow. I just regenerated every I can get a lot of glue this way. Wow. Let's grab it back and get more glue. I'm looking for about at least 10 balls of glue, because I can turn them into 5. Each is giving 288. Yeah, I can just stand there forever, get all the glue I need. Very convenient. What the hell, the horse died. I couldn't click it. Oh my god, that was my only chance at getting glue this way. Because there'd be no more horses. Horse. Yeah. Stupid. Whatever, that's all I could do. But now we have some glue. Why did it die? It was some kind of bug. I couldn't pick it up, I couldn't feed it, I couldn't do anything to it. Alright, we've got 11 balls of glue. That's enough for a few name tags. Until we get the centrifuge to roll the slime balls and then the sticky resin when slime balls are over with. Now we craft the name tag. We jumpstart the farm. We get our Pech. We lock it up in a room, preferably close to our base. Get another Pech later on. So we need 4 Petches in total. The Pech that we need now is the one that's with that's born with a wand in hands, with a 5% chance to drop it. I think these guys sell the shards. So first we turn all these into the glue, and then we use a fluid extractor. And then we need leads, as many as we can. Can get more. Okay, 17 leads plus 17 leather. And some pipes for the glue. Craft started. We're getting our first name tag. Imagine fishing out a name tag. Yeah, no, actually, I was referencing you. I do respect that, though, to tell you the truth. I was talking to a guy, he did a lot of GOG, and he told me that I would die before I can fish a name tag, literally. Well, he didn't say it that way, but he said that the probability is really low, and you somehow did it. Congrats, I guess. So you locked the patches, right, with those name tags? What'd you use those for? So we should probably get... Okay, great. That's actually smart. Oh, okay. You were that afraid that he's gonna disappear. ...24 name tags. Hope that's gonna be enough for all our needs. So let's enable the mobs. And try to get the Pech out of there. Apparently it's really hard. I do have an idea though. We need to have like 2 slabs in here, and once I see a Pech falling, I can just block the rest of the chute and isolate the guy, kill the rest of the mobs from there, and just name tag the dude and be through with it. I've used that strategy before. That was a strange skeleton. Why was he there? Oh, right. Because there's a grave. Not a single mob now. Did I enable? Yes, I enabled the whole thing. Okay, there are mobs, but I'm not sure those are Pech related. This solarium and ingot that yep. I do have to smelt it. There's an infernal blast furnace though, which can do the recipe without any blast furnacing. And to get a Solarian soul, we need a soul sand. And not a single viable way to make it now. Yeah, we should just step further. Crazy. Oh my god, what is this? What are these particles, man? Look at that. What is this? What is this shit? Have you ever seen that? I want to make sure there are no more cobwebs anywhere. Okay. Most of those mobs just died upon falling. And those that didn't die started exploding and killing everything around them. Okay, I have a lot of mobs now. Most of them will be trying to kill me once I approach. Oh, I see. What? 2 patches in a row? 3 patches in a row? And drowning creeper. Okay, I need to isolate them. I had a plan for that all along. Now I just need to make sure that they don't die. There's a drowned... 3 patches, guys. Look, how does this world work? But there's a drowned creeper that's... There's a warded Pech Forger, there's a Pech Stalker, and I don't see the third one. And another Forger, so 2 Forgers. Nothing magical here. I need to let them out. But I also should worry about the drowned creeper that's in there. Dude's gonna suffocate them once they're out. out. Okay. 2 more hits. Okay, they're safe. Now let's worry about... they need to follow me. All of them. I'll make a route, which they won't be able to go away from. Like just a pathway with no... with no alternative paths. Come on, dudes, let's go. No? Yes. So do I need like throw gold coins to lure them further in? Wow, one Pech just fell to its death. Cool. I don't know what to do. Pech Stalker, maybe the Stalker one. Pech. Which one gives what? Yeah, the thaumaturge one. I mean, what's the point of name tagging the guy if he's gonna fall? Anyway. Also, I know that there's only one Pech that can spawn in the same chunk at a time, but it somehow did not work. Well, I got 3 Petches in a row. So maybe I can just lock them in here. Right? Like make a cell right now. So that's where the forger's gonna sit. The next one, the Stalker, what does it even do? Maybe I don't need the Stalker. Potion invisibility, golden apple, thaumium boots. Enchanted book, infinity flame, mana bean shard. Oh, what's the other one? So the Stalker is actually, it gives a gas tier. Let's trap him as well. Okay, I'm gonna name tag that forager. Pech. Apparently I can't name tag them. Is this because he's already... It already has a nickname? Because it's sort of like a thumb. It's a thumb mob. It's so strange. Maybe I'm just not familiar with name tagging, but I cannot name tag my Pech. And the other one, which is here, I cannot name tag Petches. That's stupid. That's so useless. Wow. People told me to name tag them, and was it just an assumption? Because I cannot name tag. Maybe I should do that kind of thing and then try. Alright, it doesn't work. I cannot name tag. And I actually got stuck in here. Oh my god, it's trying to kill me. He's not gonna die. This dude is warded. But I need to get out of here somehow. Is there like a way? Yeah, he's like shooting at a corner. There's no... I know a way to get out of here is by jumping and placing bed when it's nighttime. I'll wake up out of here. So what I learned is that Petches are super bad. I don't want to deal with them anymore. I'm just gonna... I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna disable this farm entirely. Get the glass out of there and forget about this fucking nightmare. This was a failed episode. That's for sure. Oh, we can actually kill the guy. It did give us 2 common treasures. Oh my god, so useless, all of it. 2 hours of my life into the dumpster. But we did learn some interesting things, like Pech. So I actually know that Petches cannot be name tagged. I've tried to using name tags on 2 Petches that I had. One was with like a thing, which is he was like a warded, you know, like the Thumbcraft mob, the one that drops treasure bags. So I thought that could have been a case, because it already had like a like a name above him. I thought that could have been the thing that why I couldn't name tag them. So I tried it on a different patch, which was just a patch without any names or anything, and it did not work. So in case you want to have a name tag to name tag patches, know that it's not possible, and you will probably have to either fill their inventory every time you finish trading with them, or just get new patches every time you want to trade something. Not that many options, I know. Alright, the farm is disabled. Let's get the hell out of here. We'll be trying to get the shard through Thumb, which is probably not possible. And I will need to deal with it later. Now I need to finish my stream for the day, so I'll see you all sometime later. Maybe tomorrow, I don't know if I have enough strength to do all of this. But we'll try to get the shards, the order shard that we're missing to get the thermometer, and then basically we'll be starting to scan things and do a lot of researches manually, and that's gonna help us win the game. We were this close to getting a needed patch to get the shards, but apparently we weren't lucky enough. And I hope that I will be able to get the shards either through a quest or through a crucible. So guys, thank you all for watching. I will think about raiding right now. So who do we have here? Random potato. Oh. I think you want to watch that, guys. It's 200 views, and there's threefold and Hamcorp Day 4. Good luck, guys.